2026 Chevrolet Equinox. This is the LT to my right in the all-wheel drive, and here I have the RS in the front-wheel drive. So this is the direct comparison we're going to do today. What are the trim levels that you find in 2026? You're going to get the LT, the RS, and then the Active. Now also you can get the front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive in all of them, all three different trims. So don't mind that. If you get the all-wheel drive, you're going to pay some extra $2,000 on top of that MSRP sticker. The color in our video today for the RS is the Polar White. This is a new color in 2026, to where here on the LT is going to be a Sterling Gray Metallic. And that Polar White color is going to cost you $995 extra. This Sterling Gray is going to be included in the price. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the engine. You get the 1.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo engine in both of them, and that's going to push 175 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. And then if you go to front-wheel drive, you're going to get CVT transmission. If you go to all-wheel drive, you're going to get 8-speed automatic transmission. As far as the tank size capacity, it's going to be the same between all three different trims, 14.8 gallons. And then you're going to see a difference in our video today in the towing. Because this is a front-wheel drive, you're going to get 800 pounds. Because this is an all-wheel drive, you're going to get 1,500 pounds. So now let's go ahead and talk about the exact differences that you're going to find. Starting with the front end, you're going to see the bow tie difference in color. You're going to see the front grille difference in color. A lot of chrome here on the LT, to where on the RS everything is blacked out. Then you're going to have the badge RS on the driver's side versus no badge on the LT. And then if you look at the lower bumper or the lower lip, you're also going to see a lot of difference, where you find a lot of high gloss on the RS, to where the LT is pretty much matte black plastic. You do not have a 360 camera, and you do not have fog lights in the LT or the RS, but you can get the safety or technology package that's going to bring you those two features. Now we're pretty much done with the front differences. So now let's move forward with differences for the side. But before we do that, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also that's going to help me to bring more content like this on comparison and individual reviews. And also this video is filmed at 4K. Make sure you adjust your YouTube settings to watch this at the highest quality. A big thank you and a shout out to Chevrolet Roseville here in Roseville, California, for providing me with both of these compact SUVs for this comparison. And also, once we get in the cargo, I'm going to give you measurements into inches, not just cubic feet of space, so you know how much you can fit in that cargo of this new 2026 Equinox. Now, Chevrolet was first founded in 1911, and the first car they released was 1913, and this Equinox was first released to the market in 2004. So now let's move forward with the side differences. And what you're going to see difference is going to be rain sensing wipers that you have in the RS, to where the LT does not offer you that option. And also your heated wiper park, that's going to be another difference, to where the RS has it and the LT you do not have that. Now let's go ahead and discuss about the rims and the tires, and you're going to have different wheels, different rubbers. Let's go ahead and take a look at the LT first. You're going to get a Michelin Primacy All Season tire, 235 by 65 by 17, just one color rim. Now the RS in our video today has a Continental Cross Contact with the exact size, 235 by 55 by 19, with a bicolor wheel, machine surface, and then high gloss. The suspension is exactly the same in both of them. McPherson front suspension with 4-link rear suspension. Wheel well trim exactly the same, matte black plastic, same for the rocker panel. Then you're going to have a difference here in the nameplate for the door panel, chrome versus blacked out. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the side mirror for the RS. The cap is going to be high gloss, to where the LT you're going to have the same color as the car, but they both come with the same technology, heated with blind spot assist, but no auto dimming capabilities and no automatic foldable. Another difference you're going to see in the inlay around your windows, high gloss for the RS, matte black plastic for the LT. And then if you take a look up there, you're going to see the roof rails, side roof rails, they are going to be present in the RS, to where the LT does not offer you that option. And also your roof with the two-tone combination for the RS, to where the LT does not offer you that option. So that's pretty much it with the differences for the side. Let me go ahead and give you some dimensions for the 2026, your length is going to be 183.2 inches, your width is 74.9 inches, and that does not include your mirrors. Your height is 65.6 inches, wheelbase 107.5, and your ground clearance is going to be 8 inches. And then your gas lid is going to be located on the driver's side, and this does not come with a gas cap for both of them. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the rear differences. And here in the rear, the difference that you're going to notice is going to be your bow tie, the orange versus the blacked out on the RS. Then you're going to have the nameplate, the Equinox with the all-wheel drive in chrome for the LT, to where our front-wheel drive RS is just the Equinox in the high gloss. And then you're going to have the RS badge on the passenger side, to where on the LT, absolutely nothing, just empty. Another difference you're going to see is going to be the lower bumper here in the rear, high gloss on the RS, and then pretty much a gray color on the LT. And now the biggest difference you're going to see here in the back is going to be for your tailgate, manually controlled tailgate, electrically controlled tailgate. And I'm going to show you that in just a moment. I just want to show you under the car, you're going to have just one exhaust tip for both of them on the passenger side, and the spare tire is going to be located inside the trunk. So now let me go ahead and show you. You push the button, and then you have to manually lift this, and you do not have a button here to close it automatically. To where here on the RS, electrically controlled, very convenient and very easy in my opinion. I would go with the RS just because of that feature. And now let's go ahead and give you cubic feet of space and also measurements into inches. And when it comes to cargo, there is no difference for cubic feet of space. If you have all the seats up, you have 29.8 cubic feet of space. If you lower the backrest of the second row seating, you're going to get 63.5 cubic feet of space. Space right here, inches, 36.5 behind the second row. If you lower the second row seating backrest, the 60% for the passenger, you're going to get about 6 feet, which is 72 inches. And then your entrance here is going to bring you about 29.5 inches. And the minimum width that you're going to get is going to be 41 inches. And your loading height in the Equinox here in 2026, you're going to get 30 inches right there. So as far as the differences in the cargo, there is absolutely none. You get the light on the left side, the light on the right side, the 12-volt outlet on the passenger side, and then here under the floor mat, you're going to get a lot of storage or space, and then your spare tire situation. There you go. So that's about it with the differences for the exterior, for the cargo, dimensions, and all that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the interior differences. Now let's continue with the differences here for the interior. I'm sitting in the RS versus that LT, and MSRP sticker, you're gonna get 33,600 here in the RS, 30,800 in the LT. So keep that in mind. That's an all-wheel drive. This is a front-wheel drive. Let's continue with the leg room. 41.9 inches here for the front, 39.9 inches for the rear. I'm 6 feet tall, leg room enough, headroom enough, absolutely no issue. If you take long road trips, this is going to be absolutely no issue. Seating surface is the first difference. You're going to get the EvoTex versus Clot. The RS is the higher trim, and you're going to get a better surface seating. Then you're going to get the stitching difference, red and blue here, to where the LT is just the regular black stitching. Then your headrest is going to be RS engraved with this EvoTex, which is pretty much a leatherette. And then another difference is going to be your driver's seat, which is going to be electrically controlled with two-way power lumbar support, to where on the LT is just manually controlled. Moving forward with the differences, we're going to see different dashboard. And here I'm referring to the color scheme. In the RS, you get a lot of red, and then the red stitching, but the design of this wrapping is also different between RS and LT. And up top you do have soft touch and then non-lockable glove compartment in both of them. The next difference you're going to see is going to be the inlay right under this infotainment screen. This one right here, dark chrome for the RS, where the LT is satin. And then here is going to be your dual zone climate control. There you go, and you're going to have extra buttons right here in the RS. Let's go ahead and turn this off so it doesn't bother you in the video. And you'll also have difference interface, which the RS will give you this climate card. This is off. Let's go ahead and put it on, and this is how it looks. Very high quality of this interface for the climate, to where the LT does not offer you this option. Let's turn this off, and now let me go ahead and show you the universal remote that you get. The card right here is included in your interface, which is digital now in Equinox in 2026. LT does not offer you this option. And now moving forward, you're going to see more differences here for the center console with the dark chrome versus just the regular chrome or satin in the LT. But the modes here are the same with snow, ice, and normal. And then your key fob will bring you another difference just because of that tailgate. You're going to see this extra button here in the RS to where the LT does not have this button. And moving forward, up top for this control panel right here, you do have sunglass holder. On the RS, LT does not offer you this option. Steering wheel is going to bring you a few differences. Flat bottom on the RS to where the LT is just a round, and then the RS stamped. That's another difference. And then these dark chrome inlays, another difference. And then the red stitching all around. That's another difference. As far as the cluster goes, exactly the same in both of them. 11 inches here, 11.3 inches for your infotainment screen, heated steering wheel, heated front seats. And then you have different layouts, 4 different ones in both of them. The next difference is going to be on the door panel, and that's going to be your color scheme pretty much. Nothing else. You do have the red and blue stitching in the RS, and then the next difference on the door panel is going to be that tailgate button that you're going to find on the lower side right here. So that's pretty much it. As far as the left side of the steering wheel, exactly the same controls. Your steering wheel column is going to be manual control with the lever. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the rear seating differences. And now rear seats for this Equinox. I'm still sitting in the RS, and I'm really hoping those pictures side by side were a good comparison and you were able to visualize them very good. Leave a comment in the comment section below if that was helpful for you. Now the backrest is down. You can see it's almost the same level as your trunk or your cargo. Let's put this back. Just one position for the backrest in both of them. The next difference here is going to be just like the front, the seating surface, you're going to get cloth versus the EvoTex, which is pretty much a leather red, and the stitching that's different. And then your door panel is also going to be different. They both have that leather red wrapping, but just different stitching. And then a lot of plastic here. Your lever is pretty much the same, and then no sunshade up top. Handle in the same position, lights in the same position. Center console will bring you 2 USB-C ports, 2 air vents, a little bit of storage, and then 2 pockets right here, exactly the same in both of them. And then armrest right here, floating armrest, 2 cup holders, no difference, 60%, 40%, and just one position as I mentioned. Now we are at the end of this comparison. Here's the MSRP sticker first to the LT, which comes in all-wheel drive, don't forget that. And that's going to bring you 8-speed automatic transmission. And the cost for that starting price is $30,800. And now here's the MSRP sticker for this RS in our video, which is a front-wheel drive CVT transmission. And that's going to bring you $33,600 as an MSRP sticker starting price. So you let me know how I did in this comparison. You let me know if this was helpful. You let me know if you're in the market for an Equinox, maybe you're for a Trax, maybe for a Trailblazer, or maybe for a Blazer. Let me know if you want me to do another comparison between those. Check the channel for a comparison between the Equinox and the Trax that I did. And if you have any concerns or the questions, let them in the comment section below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. As well, there is a thing going on my channel. If you want to guess my age, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.